Both of these players, of course, will be competing, but they are not playing on Monday night. Tomorrow night, Steffi Graf is the star. It was a clever volley from Martina. She just faded it out. So difficult for Chris to cover.
In the Virginia Slims of New England.
Just excellent length from Chris. But just thinking about, you don't have any other factors to contend with. I mean, you look at the way that Chris has just stroking that ball, hitting it so early, so confidently. You can really build up your confidence on indoor courts. And that's one.
Oh, that's a great drop shot. No. That's a great get from Martina just to keep herself in the point, even though she didn't win it.
And Cliff, that
car accident earlier this week. Game to Navratilova. 2-1 now in the first set of this best of...
From last week, where they had a lot of tough matches, both players. Martina didn't play doubles this week either.
I used not to be in favor of that. I felt that once you got in the tournament 32, draw everybody, regardless of seeded players or not, you'd have to play from the first round. I've changed my mind. I think to give the seeded players a bye is a good idea.
I think at this stage it is once in a while, because they just end up playing so much.
Break point.
That's great stuff from Chris. She has got to...
Still break point, remember. Forehand hit the tape, got the line, and then an outstanding passing shot. Break point, 4th of the game for Navratilova. Can hardly blame Martina for what she did, an outstanding play, but Chris just can't.
Point of this match. Wonderful tennis.
3-2 now for Martina. Final match, $50,000 at stake, but you're going for 2 in a row over Natalia Zvereva.
Good idea from Martina that times.
Wide.
Run all the time on a court this speed. Yeah, good depth from Chris. A rest, which is really appreciated over Christmas.
Well, let's see, that's 4, that's 6 break points.
What a point. Way ahead, but she didn't play enough tournaments to qualify for money. So that means that Martina didn't take. Martina, I don't believe, was playing as well as she is now, and she lost to Sabatini then.
Oh, you wondered if she could get back in time, and just short of being able to do it. Was in prize money.
Oh, and that's a very good shot for Martina. That's a shot.
Three break points, and they also represent
Out on indoor courts, but actually I think it's just because she doesn't play that many. That was not a very good game from Chris.
So Martina, as she has done so many times, has imposed herself early in the match against Chris in an indoor situation, and she wins the first set relatively easily, 6-2. Both due up shortly on ESPN from Madison Square Garden.
Great return, but they have a different format, the men and the women. The women have 16 players, and it's all happened so fast. And that's one way that Chris might get a few points.
6-2, 7-5 in the semi-final.
Oh, that's a great shot. Chris played so well in that match, and it's a great return. Plus the fact that I think, and she's really fallen into form. Unbelievable.
Terrific low volley, just, well, not too many people in the world can hit it like she can.
Not much Chris could do against that pretty tough draw out there, and people who have beaten her in the last year, but great stuff.
Terrific shot.
And Chris used a really good tactic here. She looped the ball right onto that baseline, sneaked in behind it, but gets an awfully tough volley. It's not hard to do anything very dramatic with that, and consequently got past.
Well, she was in trouble. Break points against her, but Martina Navratilova holds on. So she has the first set in her pocket, and she leads 1-0. No serve break yet. As you see, downtown Chicago in the match, Chris Evert lost the first set rather easily, 6-2, and she's down 1-0 in the second.
Unbelievable shot. One thing that Chris has definitely improved.
One game all now, second set. Number 2 and number 3 player in the world battling it out for the Drysdale along with Virginia Wade.
So powerful, that serve.
Grafen forgot to check what was behind her.
I think that's right, Cliff, and that's why she's had a few.
Evert serving to Navratilova. Two games to 1, Martina on serve, second set.
Touch shot, which she does so well, and it hadn't quite worked. Wow.
30-15. As a person, tennis kind of takes its place in perspective. And you can enjoy it more.
Well, she doesn't have to prove anything anymore. She's won her 18 Grand Slam singles titles. She has been so gracious about shifting from the #1 position, which she had for so long, into second against Martina, and now into third, really, after Steffi and Martina. That's too good. You know, you don't...
We're still on serve, 2 games all now in the second set. Martina, by the way, stops.
Well played.
Pretty to watch, isn't it?
They were playing beautiful tennis.
We talked about Zvereva's drop shot last week, and I was fascinated to see her use it and have it work against Martina. Chris, of course, before Zvereva, probably had the best women drop shot in the world. Or was there somebody who
No,
did
I
it
think
as well?
I think Chris always had just beautiful drop shots. Sometimes you could even see it coming, and you still couldn't get there. She executed it so well. But I don't think she dares use it against Martina, because the last thing she wants is Martina up in the front of the court.
Wonderful sports.
Great shot. She met Andy, and it's been now going back. Unbelievable serve. Third ace.
Good serve.
It's got to be concentration, hasn't it? Or that she doesn't need so many first serves at this stage in the match. She has hit so many gorgeous little drop volleys.
Second set on serve, 2-3.
And a serious looking Chris.
She got it.
And she... Oh, what can you do about that?
At the Hyatt Waikoloa Hotel. Just the last couple of days as you watch that great shot, and what a spectacle.
Great return. Steffi is final there, looked the most confident I've seen her looking for a while. Oh, that's great.
Game point for Martina. Doesn't seem...
I think to play a few and then get going. Chris needs to take breaks. Very good shot.
That was game point. Fine passing shot from Chris. The second.
A lot was taken out of her by winning the Olympics emotionally. Oh, yes.
And another game point for Martina. Back to deuce. Oh, yeah, good coverage from Martina. She knew exactly where Chris was going. I don't remember it.
It was so miserable, that. For two players who respect each other, thought she'd made the call. It hit the tape. That's way out. She has not got such a great record against Martina indoors, and she might just gently slide out of this match. Martina really indomitable today.
She is, but I love the way you said that. I'm going to remember that line. Slide gently.
Well, you know, what can you do? I mean, she's hitting the ball so well, Chris, but she's not really getting anywhere.
Yep, she got it.
You know, Chris has been hitting the ball firmly, early, confidently, tremendous length. And she's, what, won 2 games in the first set and 2-5 down here in match points.
Martina Navratilova, clearly the dominant player of the two. Today, anyway, they have played 4 times this year going into this match. Won 2 of them and lost 2 of them. Starting off with the Australian and then playing again at the semi-final of Wimbledon. Here, Martina, clearly the stronger player indoors. Martina Navratilova, champion of the Virginia Slims of Chicago. We'll be back.